I'm going to call this meeting of the Senate Gaming Committee to order. We have one nomination to consider. Senate nomination number 90, Mr. Kent Nico, Pasch Christian. He's been nominated by the governor to fill the unexpired term, which is currently vacant. The peer committee report, and this report from peer is a much more detailed report than we see with most of the appointments we see. Found that Mr. Nico meets the legal requirements, and I didn't see any problems in the report. I think that it does point out some things that he needs to be careful about, but I'm confident that he will be. And so I'll be happy to recognize any members who have any questions. But before I do, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Nico, and your family for driving up from the coast today. I know you're busy, and I guess I just have one question for you with all your responsibilities. Why do you want to be on the Gaming Commission?
There it goes. Honestly, to sort of look at how we can improve our market share on not just the coast, but for the state. You know, looking at the importance of this tax generating contribution for us, extremely important. 16,000 jobs, $2.7 billion, over $6 billion economic impact is important. And having the right people to be sure that that is being kept, not just in a growth model, but also having it to be holding the mission of the commission, which is to continue to have integrity and to be sure we're following rules and regs, are very important to me.
Any members of the committee have any questions, or I want to give you each the opportunity to review the peer report that's in front of you, but I'll be happy to recognize any member of the committee for any questions. Senator Moran, do you have a question?
I'd like to speak when I could,
Yeah,
proper time.
absolutely.
Also a motion at the proper time.
Yes, yes, Senator Moran, we'll recognize you at the proper time. I want to make sure that if any members do have any questions, this is your opportunity to ask them. Senator Younger.
I do know the senator.
Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate your service.
Thank you very much.
If there are no questions from members of the committee, I'm going to recognize the Vice Chairman, Senator Moran, to speak on Mr. Nico's behalf, and following that, make a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For those of you in here that may not know Kent and his family, I just wanted to let you know that I've known them for many, many years. And, I've used this term a couple of times today, talking about folks being genuine, and he certainly is. He's a great businessman and a great leader here on the coast, and chairman of the Memorial Hospital Board. Says a lot about him, and I feel very confident that he can perform the job and do it in a great manner and with a tremendous amount of integrity. And Mr. Chairman, at the proper time, I'd like to enter a motion.
Thank you again, Mr. Nico, for coming up here, and your family for coming up here. This is a very important industry to our state. We've had a stable regulatory environment for many years. I think Mississippi has done this right, and the commission's job to protect the integrity of the gaming industry in the state on behalf of all the people Mississippians and people from around the world who come to Mississippi. We appreciate your willingness to take on this important responsibility. And at this time, I'll recognize the Vice Chairman for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to move that we advise and consent on Mr. Ken Nico for the being placed on the Gaming Commission.
You've heard the motion from Senator Moran. All in favor of the motion that we do advise and consent, please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? It is unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Nico. That your nomination
very much. Thank you for your
Rise
time.
and report.
tomorrow morning. Rise and report.
I could